Internet, it's Katie, and I'm back on your computer screens for another brand new video. And today's video is something that, scarily enough, has to do with back to school. I thought it'd be cool to just, jumpstart the conversation of what we need to do for back to school, just to get ready with that whole shebang that's about to occur very soon, and it's scary. I'm sure part of you guys are excited. I'm always excited for the first week, but then after that it's like, holy cow, I actually have to do some work and like actually do things, which is kind of complicated. But, why not do all those complicated things in style? So that is why I have this video for you guys today with some stuff that I thought were basically essentials for back to school and just things you should think about. So without further ado, we're going to launch into the fun. I have some products and things just chilling on the bed next to me, which you can kind of see, which you weren't supposed to be able to see, but you kind of can. It's okay, the surprise is ruined, but it's fine. So I suppose we have to start somewhere, so I'm going to begin. I have some skincare stuff, I have some hair stuff, I got some fragrance and some makeup. I don't know why my accent just changed. As you guys can tell, I'm watching way too much Friday Night Lights. That is my favorite show of the moment, and I'm developing that country accent. That was a really bad one. I did it well before, just, you saw that. The first thing that I think is absolutely essential as part of your routine for back to school is a dry shampoo. This is a baby one that I acquired several weekends ago at Los Angeles BeautyCon, which I didn't actually get at the convention, but I got it at Drybar because I got my hair blown out before the beauty convention, because I am personally just very incapable of doing my own hair, as you guys can see. It's basically straight all the time because it's just how it dries, and I'm just really lazy and it looks fine to me, so I'm just like, whatever. And then there's those girls like on Instagram where they have their hair perfectly curled or like waved out with a perfect messy bun that I can never acquire, and I'm like, girl, how do you do this with your life? That's why I gotta rely on a nice dry shampoo, and this is the perfect size because you can pop it right in your purse. Well, this is called Detox Dry Shampoo by Drybar, and it says prolong your blowout, or your non-blowout, which is my case. Absorbs oils and refreshes hair. And basically I use this on my dirty hair and I just spray it, 3 to 4 inches away from my roots, fluff it up a little bit, and voila! It looks like you just showered or did something where you didn't. Sometimes you just don't got time to shower and you gotta be a little dirty, a little stanky, and your hair doesn't have to look it, so there you go. Next up, we're going to move on to the skincare. I've mentioned skincare a lot on my channel lately, so I'm not going to bore you too much with all of my essentials, but something that I've recently acquired that I think is bomb.com is this Bioré Free Your Pores Charcoal Pore Minimizer. A personal problem for me, other than my acne scarring, other than my dry skin, other than my eczema over the years, I have some very large pores, especially around my nose area and just like this area, like the, there. So I've been searching far and wide trying to find something that will help me minimize my pores, and this has come to my rescue. Did you just see me struggle with the cap? Yeah, that was a #Katie problem. The awesome thing about this is I noticed changes in my skin after just one use of it. I've been using it for over a week now, and I've seen amazing results. I'm a very, very stubborn, very impatient person, and I realize that I'm that way by nature. And so when I find a product that works instantaneously, I cherish it because no one's got time for that. I think that's my life mantra. I should get a t-shirt with that, like, ain't nobody's got time for that, because I feel like as cliche as it is and as like oversaid as it is on Vine, I think it's actually very true. As human beings, our minds and our lives are moving miles a minute, and you don't got time to wait weeks for results. So it's amazing that I saw my skin and my pores visibly smaller after just one use of this product. So it's an amazing product, super easy to apply. It activates with water, so you just, lather up, get wet, and then, apply it to your face, and it's great. And I will probably insert clips of me doing this on my face, like, here or there or somewhere. It's an essential for back to school because, as I said, no one wants to have those big pores, especially if you are going to be in class, and everyone knows that your skin just gets stressed out during the school year. So why not calm it down with some Bioré Charcoal Pore Minimizer? That's what I'm saying. So carrying on with the beauty slash like what I put on my face stuff, I have a palette that I think is beautiful for back to school. Before I launch into the specific palette, I think palettes like makeup, eyeshadow, whatever, blush, palettes in general are very, very essential for back to school just because they are so convenient. You have all your shades all in one place that you could possibly want to use. You don't have to, dig through your makeup bag or drawer or wherever you keep your makeup and try to find those little teeny tiny eyeshadows. So I think palettes overall are just very convenient for back to school if you are running late and just want to whip it out, just like put some shimmery stuff on your eyes and look a little bit more awake and more like you tried that day. I definitely recommend this palette specifically. It is Lorac Pro Palette, and I think they only have one of these. It is all the shades I can possibly want to use. I typically stick to the lighter shadows, the lighter shimmery and then golds. I haven't really dabbled down here. I don't think I've ever used those two. It's a really cool palette to play with, especially if you are a beginner or, you know, moderately good at using eyeshadow. So carrying on, I have two non-beauty things that I think are awesome for the new school year. First and foremost, I have a planner, and this one was featured in one of my last Instagram posts, so you guys might have already seen it. If you guys have watched my videos for a while, you would know I go through planners like nothing else. I am a firm believer that you need to write things down in order to remember them, and that's just how my life has operated forever since the beginning of time. I'm a list maker. If you look at my computer right now, I have sticky notes all over it with things I need to do and dates and times and stuff like that because I am highly forgetful. I'm all over the place with things. I forget when things are due. That's the kind of person I am, so I have to write them all down in a planner. So this specific planner is from Anthropologie. I ordered it online, and if you're looking on the website, it's not this one that's pictured. It's like another one, but if you click like the other colors, this one's involved in that. A lot of people were having issues trying to find it. I promise it's there. But this one is for 2016, and it starts, I think it actually like 2 weeks from now is when it actually starts. You know, this one does, so I can't use it quite yet. It's kind of sad. But overall, awesome planner. It's large, which I like because then the boxes are large enough for me to put all of my daily events in it. Sometimes planners are just way too small for all the stuff I have to do. So this is what a sample page looks like. I'm not sure if you guys can quite see that. It actually has inspirational quotes, which is beautiful. So this one's really cool. I totally recommend it. If you buy it, totally snap a pic and send it to me on Twitter. We can be Planner twins. So love this thing. www.onecanoe2.com. You guys can find these. So I love this. Wonderful. So next up for the back to school essentials, I think it's really important to have a pleasure read for this year or for this month or however fast it takes you to read books. For me it's a couple weeks, but you know, it's different for everybody. Obviously with back to school you're going to have all these assigned readings and things you have to do for school, but I think it's so important that you don't associate reading with something that's, you know, required for you to do and you have to do it, because I think that totally ruins the whole institution of reading books. But I think if you strictly read just for things you have to read, it's going to make the whole thing a lot more difficult and a lot less fun. So I always make sure that I have a pleasure read thrown in there, and this is the one that I'm reading currently. It is The Secret Life of Violet Grant, and it's a New York Times bestseller. I actually picked this up because I had a 6-hour flight, so I picked it up at a store at the airport, but I'm sure you guys can get this from most places. It is a New York Times bestseller after all, so you should be able to find it in multiple places, but I love it because it's kind of set in an older time period. So it's actually set in 1964, but it has flashbacks to 1912, and I am so into the old Hollywood, old like glamorous sort of lifestyle, and I love reading books about that sort of thing. So the main character of this novel, her name is Vivian. Well, actually there's Vivian and Violet. It kind of intertwines between two women's lives. I love Vivian most of all in this book, and she reminds me a lot of Audrey Hepburn or Holly Golightly from Breakfast at Tiffany's. Especially if you are a feminist or believe in, you know, women's rights and stuff like that. I find this book to be very eye-opening in that subject. I'm really interested in it myself. I'm just reading more about, you know, a time when women didn't have as many rights, and it was just kind of cool reflecting on like how life is now and how life was then, and it has some romance thrown in there, some real romance, and you know, it's definitely more of a PG-13 book, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's great. I definitely recommend it, and it's kind of pricey actually. It was $16. What the heck? Why are books so expensive? I don't know. I just love the idea of like sitting in a coffee shop or somewhere with a book open and a coffee steaming next to you. I think it's just a really cool thing, and I hope that never goes out of style because that's like my favorite pastime and favorite current time and favorite every time. So yeah, that's what I got to say in this video. I hope this wasn't too random and jumbly. I wanted to talk about back to school, but I didn't want to bore you to death. So there you go. That's what we got today. So that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, my friends. Talk to you later. Bye.